Hello and welcome to the news update on VOP TV. I am Moses Humphrey. President Bola Tinubu has approved the appointment of 9 new resident electoral commissioners, RECs, for the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Now, this is for a term of 5 years each, subject to the confirmation of the Nigerian Senate. This was disclosed in a statement by Special Advisor to the President, Media and Publicity, during Galali. They include Isa Shaka Ehimekne as Edo State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Bamidele Agbede as Ekiti State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Jani Adamu Bello as Gombe State Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Taye Ilayasu for Kwara State, Dr. Bumi Omoshayidemi for Lagos State, amongst others. The Department of State Services, DSS, has released Abdurrashid Bawa, the former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. He was released on Wednesday night after spending 134 days in detention. The DSS confirmed Bawa's release from its custody in a statement issued by its spokesman, Peter Afunaya. Recall that the former EFCC chairman was arrested by the DSS in mid-June following his suspension by President Bola Tinubu. Although DSS spokesman Peter Afunaya said Bawa arrived at DSS office to honor an invitation, he was not allowed to leave until after 4 months. Afunaya said the invitation was in connection to some investigative activities about Bawa's tenure as EFCC chairman. About a week ago, President Bola Tinubu appointed a new EFCC chairman in the person of Ola Olukoyede to replace Abdurrashid Bawa. The president will present the 2024 budget to the National Assembly in the next 2 weeks. The president will also submit the supplementary budget for 2023 to the National Assembly for consideration. The chairman, Senate Committee on Appropriation, Senator Solomon Adeola, who made this known during the inaugural meeting of the committee on Wednesday, stated that the National Assembly will ensure that the 2024 budget is passed before December 31, 2024. Talking about the delayed presentation of the budget by the president to the National Assembly, Adeola stated that the change in government was a significant factor that should be considered. Adeola, however, promised that irrespective of the lateness in the submission of the 2024 budget, the Senate will do a thorough job. The leadership of the ruling All Progressives Congress and 2 opposition parties, the People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party, have expressed confidence that they will secure victory at the Supreme Court as the Supreme Court delivers judgment on the February 25 presidential election today. The PDP and the Labour Party are challenging the declaration of President Tinubu of the APC as the winner of the poll. The Presidential Election Petitions Court had in September dismissed their petitions against Tinubu. Displeased about the results, the 2 major opposition parties and their candidates, Atiku Abubakar of the PDP and Peter Obi of the Labour Party, approached the Supreme Court seeking to overturn Tinubu's victory. Well, the Apex Court on Monday heard the cases and on Wednesday, which was yesterday, announced that judgment would be delivered today. Reacting to the announcement, each of the 3 parties expressed optimism that the verdict would go their way. Moving on to some entertainment stories, the disc jockey to the late singer Mohbad, Ajishegiri Ayobami, has told the coroner inquest in Ikorodu that the deceased collapsed and started vomiting after a nurse administered an injection on him. The inquest is looking into circumstances that led to the September 12 death of Mohbad. According to Ayobami, Mohbad had gotten into a fight with his friend, Prime Boy, and sustained an injury the previous day, which was a Sunday. He told the coroner court that the wound was a small cut on his hand, but by the time they got home at midnight, the hand had swollen. He also stated that a team member called Spending referred the nurse who administered the injection after efforts to reach Mohbad's personal nurse was not successful. At least 18 persons on Wednesday narrowly escaped death in a car collision that occurred on the Long Bridge section of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. According to reports, the white 18-seater Mazda bus was transporting people from Maryland to Ibadan, Oyo State, when the accident occurred. As of the time of filing this report, security personnel, including the police and some members of the Federal Road Safety Corps, attached to the axis, coordinated vehicle movement at the scene of the accident. In business now, the federal government, through the Nigerian Shippers Council, NSC, on Wednesday reduced port terminal charges by 33% from up to 400% to 600% of storage. But the federal government increased bulk cargo charges by 100% from 125% to 250%. The changes were highlights of a meeting between the leadership of the council, seaport terminal operators, shipping companies, freight forwarders, and relevant stakeholders held on Wednesday. The meeting also increased the number of free days for cargo storage at the terminals to 5 days from 3 days, with a view to providing more flexibility for shippers and reduce cost. Confirming the development, the Director, Public Relations Units of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Rekia Dakiru Yagoyaju, said that the previously proposed 600% increase in terminal charges has been reduced to 400%, adding that the adjustment aims to strike a balance between the needs of the terminal operators and the shippers. According to Dikri Yagoyaju, besides the reduction in terminal charges, an increase of 100% on bulk cargoes was agreed upon by stakeholders that attended the meeting. In foreign news now, at least 22 persons were killed and 50 to 60 wounded on Wednesday in mass shooting at multiple locations, including a bowling alley and a bar in Lewiston, Maine. The Lewiston Police Department on Facebook identified a person of interest in the mass shooting at the bar and bowling alley as Robert Card, who is 40 years old, saying he should be considered armed and dangerous. The police earlier posted 3 photographs of an unidentified suspect pointing what appeared to be a semi-automatic rifle, in addition to a picture of a white SUV, asking the public to help in identifying either. The Androscoggin County Sheriff's Office also posted pictures of the suspect, a bearded man in a brown hoodie jacket and jeans holding a rifle in the firing position. The bowling alley is about 4 miles north of the bar, and the distribution centers is about 1.5 miles south of the bar. Well, that's the news updates on VOP TV. We'd like you to subscribe and engage us on YouTube. It's Voice of the People TV, and on other social media channels, we are at VOP TV Live. I'm Moses Humphrey. Good morning.